I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Okay, so we're back for another deep dive. And this time, well, it looks like we're taking a look at a whole bunch of searches about a Chargers-Texans game.
Yeah, it looks like someone was pretty interested in this one.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And not just like checking the score kind of interested, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we've got everything here from like basic team names to very specific players, scores, channels, even like stadium info.
Yep, a real deep dive.
And this is all before the game even happened, right?
That's right. All these searches were made in the days leading up to kickoff.
So what do we make of all this? I mean, what can these searches tell us about, I guess, the game itself and also about the person doing the searching?
Right. Well, I think the first thing that jumps out is just the sheer variety of searches, right? It's not just Chargers, Texans score.
Yeah.
There's a real hunger for information here, a desire to understand the nuances of this matchup.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. I mean, there are searches for where to watch, player stats, Texans record.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted to be totally prepared.
Exactly, and that tells me this is more than just casual curiosity. This person was invested in the game. They wanted to know everything they could about it.
And maybe even predict the outcome, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You see that with the searches for things like Chargers versus Texans prediction in NFL playoff games. This wasn't just about watching a game. It was about understanding the bigger picture.
That's a great point, and it makes you think about, like, the psychology of sports fandom. Why do we get so invested in these games? What is it about knowing the stats, the players, the narratives that makes it so much more engaging?
It's a fascinating question, and one I don't think there's a simple answer to, but I do think part of it has to do with feeling connected to something bigger than ourselves. When your team wins, you win, you know?
Yeah.
And when they lose, well, you feel that loss too.
I think there's also something to be said for the element of surprise, right? We love those underdog stories, the unexpected victories that defy the odds. And it seems like that might be part of what's going on here, especially with the number of searches for Texans score and Texans record.
Yeah, definitely. The Texans weren't exactly favored to win this game, so there was a real possibility for an upset. And it's clear from these searches that our searcher was hoping for that, maybe even expecting it.
And that hope, that anticipation, is what makes sports so compelling, right?
Yeah.
It's the not knowing the possibility that anything can happen. It's like a real-life drama unfolding before our eyes, and we're all just along for the ride.
Exactly. And speaking of drama, let's talk about some of the specific players that caught our searcher's eye. We see a lot of searches for Ladd McConkey and Will Anderson Jr. Clearly, these guys were key figures in the game.
For sure, and it's not hard to see why. McConkey has been a breakout star for the Texans this season, consistently racking up big numbers as a wide receiver. And Anderson, he's the anchor of their defense, a real game changer at linebacker.
Yeah, and I think the fact that our searcher was looking them up by name suggests a deeper level of engagement. It's one thing to know the teams, it's another to know the individual players who are driving the action.
It's like they were trying to get inside the minds of the coaches, right?
Sure.
Figure out who to watch, who to root for, who to blame if things went south.
Totally. And it's not just the stars either. There are a few searches for Xavier Hutchinson as well. Now, he's not as well known as McConkey or Anderson, but clearly he was on our searcher's radar.
Maybe a rookie they were keeping an eye on. Or perhaps someone who had a big game against the Chargers in the past.
Could be either of those things. Or maybe they just had a hunch he was going to be a factor in this game. Whatever the reason, it's clear that our searcher was paying attention to the details, digging deep to get a full understanding of the matchup.
And that attention to detail extends beyond the players themselves, right? I mean, we've got searches for Niger Stadium, Houston Texans Stadium. Where is the Chargers game being played? It's like they wanted to know the whole story from the field to the stands.
Absolutely. And knowing the location is actually pretty important in football. Home field advantage can make a big difference, especially when you're talking about a potential underdog like the Texans.
Right, the crowd can really swing momentum, give the home team that extra boost they need to pull off an upset. And I think that's another clue that our searcher was really hoping for a Texans victory.
I agree. And it's interesting to think about how all these different searches, these seemingly random bits of information, come together to paint a picture of a fan's hopes, dreams, and anxieties.
That's like a digital fingerprint, revealing not just what they were searching for, but why they were searching for it.
And it's a reminder that even in the age of big data and algorithms, sports are still ultimately about human stories. Stories of triumph and heartbreak, of individual brilliance and collective effort, and of the fans who live and breathe every moment.
And with all the what channel searches, it's clear that our searcher wasn't just passively following along. They were ready to witness those stories unfold live, to experience the thrill of the game firsthand.
Exactly. They were invested in the outcome, in the narratives, and they wanted to see it all play out in real time.
It's amazing how much we can learn about a person and about the power of sports just by looking at a handful of searches. It's like a window into the heart of a fan, and it makes you realize that there's so much more to these games than just the final score.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's a reminder that the real story often lies in the details, in the individual moments that come together to create something truly special.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left wondering one thing. Did the actual outcome of the game live up to the hype these searches suggest? Was it a nail-biter?
Yeah.
An upset? A blowout? I guess we'll never know, but the anticipation, the excitement that these searches reveal, that's what makes sports so captivating.
Well said. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. The journey is just as important as the destination. The thrill of anticipation, the hope for victory, the agony of defeat, these are all part of what makes sports such a powerful force in our lives.
Food for thought indeed.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.